welcome to Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren and I'm so glad that we get to spend a little bit of time together this Sunday afternoon while we get a few bits and pieces prepared for our week. Now, having said all of that, I've actually done most of the bits and pieces that I need to do for the coming week, but we have 2 birthdays to be celebrating at our Bible study tonight. So I'm making 2 cakes, but because 2 cakes seems extremely extravagant, particularly on a Sunday night when you're thinking about all those excesses of the weekend and trying to start afresh again on Monday. So one of the cakes that we're going to make is a savoury cake, and because that sounds decidedly unappetizing, I am going to make a sandwich cake. Now, that's not just a bunch of standard cakes with icing together between the layers. It's actually just making like a giant sandwich out of a whole loaf of bread that we are going to cover in a mixture of ricotta and goat's cheese icing. Hopefully, it could all end in a terrible blaze of glory, but I think because all of the individual bits and pieces are delicious, hopefully together it will all go well. So I was kind of inspired, it's something that I've had on, I guess, my to-make list for a while there. And Heath and I spent some time with family yesterday to celebrate his aunt's birthdays because they're twins and they turned 70. So we got to catch up with family yesterday. And one of his aunts had made like this delicious sandwich ring, which I think I can remember was something that I had at like a Tupperware demonstration years and years and years ago using one of their jelly molds where you kind of like make a sandwich ring with sandwich fillings out of in a jelly mold. Apparently me slicing bread and talking at the same time is not something I'm capable of doing.
Well, I'm pleased that you're taking the time to focus on your slicing. You're splicing.
My splicing.
You're slicing so that you're not slicing other bits.
Fingers.
Like your fingers.
So what I've got
here
right is a whole loaf of bread. I'm a bit worried that I'm going to do like a Barbie sit and keep slicing it in the hopes of making it even.
So to be clear, what you mean by that is cutting Barbie's hair.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. You understand my shorthand.
I understand your shorthand. I definitely do. I've lived with it. Love it. Love it.
Nice save there. So what I've got is a whole loaf of multigrain bread, and I'm just trying to sort of cut the crusts off, basically. And then I'm going to cut slices out of it that are like sort of lengthways rather than horizontal.
It doesn't look straightforward and easy, I must say.
The internet led me to believe.
As you get closer to like the end, everything is getting very squishy, I imagine, because it's just soft bread. But what I can see here, it looks pretty uniform. It looks pretty good to me. And I've never heard of a sandwich cake, or a cake sandwich, or whatever it might be.
The internet, I say it like it's a person that's giving me advice, would seem to indicate that it's, look, there's a little bit of crust left on there, but I'm concerned if I keep going at it, then...
How does it look on the other side?
Like pretty good?
Well, pick the side that you like best for,
yeah, I'm just concerned if I keep attempting
there'll be nothing left.
There'll be absolutely nothing left.
So now what?
Would indicate. So now I'm going to cut like basically 4. So if I've got 3 different sandwich fillings,
yes,
then I think I need 4 pieces of bread.
I think the maths checks out.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd back that unless you want a topping on top.
No.
It's very exciting.
I'm basically just making very large sandwiches.
Giant sandwiches. Yes.
And now when I look at actually how much bread I have to sort of work with, I am concerned that I have made way too much filling.
Way too much filling.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, when you think about it, it's kind of only 3 sandwiches worth, isn't it? Of filling per... Like, it's about 3 sandwiches across.
Well, it's probably 6. Oh, 3 sandwiches across, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. But that's okay. No complaints if you've got extra filling for later. We can do something with that.
Yeah, sandwiches.
Exactly. So yeah, never tried this before. Never tried to do it before.
No, so I think doing this on a live is a really
On a live
good
stream?
idea.
Genius. Yeah, I love it. I love
Excellent. All right, so now I've got
Alright.
some good fodder for breadcrumbs.
it. You sure do.
We've got we've got Thanksgiving at the end of the month, so that'll be great for stuffing and for topping macaroni cheese, and it'll go into the mystery carb section of the freezer. We've all got one, right? Now,
Mystery carbs.
mystery carbs. Do I put on
Admit
a
it.
cake stand?
Admit it, you've got mystery carbs.
All right, I might put it on the sandwich platter. I think that's cute.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Heath. I
This
am
is
Lauren's
the
sous chef
sous chef.
and Allah husband.
Allah husband.
I think it looks great so far.
Great.
It's definitely got cake-like layers.
Excellent.
All right, yeah, I like it.
Great.
Uh-huh. So,
First
what's your first layer gonna
Layer.
be? Yeah.
will be, do you think egg and lettuce?
Sure. I think
Sure.
it's probably a good one to have on the bottom.
It
Yep.
feels hefty.
Yep. Feels
So
hefty.
in my
yeah.
mind, I kind of
I like
think
it.
we go in order of heft. Now,
In order of heft.
in order of heft, I really just am becoming quite aware of how little I know what I'm doing right now, which is just fine.
It's great. That's what this is all
So I've
about.
got
Trying
a
it
curried egg and lettuce mix that I've already made up, which is sort of 6 eggs worth. And
Oh, looks beautiful.
do I
I
put
have
it on
sampled-
a thing? Do I put it on? I'm concerned if I.
Just go for it, hun. You've got clean
do that.
hands.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I see.
yeah.
You're keeping the yeah. Keep the plate clean for now.
yeah.
I like
Except
it.
for the crumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did just get Heath to provide me with a bit of input on the curried egg mix.
Oh, it's very important.
It's a bit
yeah.
salty,
No.
but Heath reckons it's okay.
No, it's perfect because there's going to be heaps of other flavors on the cake, and you don't want it to be too wussy, or the saltiness won't come through. But we are pretty partial to our
I love curried egg.
egg and lettuce sandwiches.
Ah, we
Yeah.
had them last week, and
Yeah.
and then having so with this sort of birthday party that we had yesterday, it was very much like a lot of your sort of old school picnic stuff, and it was just so tasty.
It really was.
And when I'd realised that we've got 2 birthdays to celebrate at Bible study today, I just thought, this is it. This is my moment.
Let's go for it. Let's go a cake, but a savory cake. It's great.
So yeah, we've got. That's probably enough for. Do it.
Yeah, that looks good to me.
Yeah, I
Yep,
don't. 'Cause
great.
I don't want to
Perfect.
impede the structural integrity.
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
And we've got what we're going to affectionately refer to as the salad bonbon.
Ball o salad.
Mm-hmm.
I called it this morning.
We
And that is because both of us accessed the salad mix, and one of us didn't realize that the other one had already opened it and sealed it. And that was me. And so I had to seal the other end. So now we've got
that's why I got so confused.
double-
when you,
double salad
I
mix.
got really confused when you're like, I'm sorry, I had to open this. I'm like, okay.
The problem was that I pulled it out of
I already
the fridge
had.
by the edge, and it got caught, and I ripped the end off. So I had to open it there.
Had to open it.
But I must admit, I did not realise that it had already been opened. All right, it's coming together.
Yep.
It's gonna be a tall boy.
Yeah. Yep. I like my sandwiches like I like my bedroom furniture. Oh, that was so lame.
That was gold. That's gold right there. That is live gold.
I loved how hilarious I thought I was in the moment.
You were on board with it. You were 100% on board with it. Okay.
All right.
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out
What layer to go
which
next?
layer to go next.
Oh, well, that's right. You could put a different layer on top that makes sure that you don't have any of those, like, crust bits. You absolutely could pick what you put on top.
So I think I already picked a cross bit, so that's fine.
I think you've...
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
Okay.
Excellent.
Layer number 1. It's already getting
Hey,
unstable. Do we
alright.
have skewers or something? Ooh.
I think maybe I just
It's going to be
need
great.
like...
It's going to be great.
Anyway, it's fine.
Great.
It's totally fine.
While you're doing that, I will
Wine.
help us with stability.
Okay.
Stabilizing those
You
hands.
know what
does that?
what a precarious position needs? Alcohol.
Yes. So we have some Cab Sav from McLaren Vale, which was very nice that we
really
opened
good,
last night
yeah.
and had with our dinner. And so we are going to have a little bit more of that, I think.
I've got some sweet zucchini pickles
Do you remember where you got them from?
from a motel that Heath and I stayed at in Toowoomba
Perfect, yes.
that had they offered homemade jam, and Heath's inability to say no to homemade jam is fairly well documented.
Yeah. But your inability to say no to homemade
like homemade
pickles
relish
and
and
chutney
pickles
and
also.
yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Well, that's pretty much spot on.
So we've made a bolognese for dinners for this week, and it's always a bit of a first world problem. The dilemma that I have is trying to decide if I open up a bottle of slightly less expensive but still fairly tasty wine for the bolognese, or if I go with the one that we already have open, which is a little bit more expensive. Today I went with one that I had already opened. Now this is a beautiful ham that was glazed by my amazing mother-in-law.
And probably father-in-law as a combo effort, I think.
Yeah, team effort.
Team effort. Using the same ham recipe that we've done on the show a few times.
Yeah, so brown sugar, pineapple juice, and thyme.
Yeah. Not
Cloves.
Not
Not
THY.
THYME.
Although that'd be interesting.
Well, I mean, there is like a gin one that I have considered doing, but every time we think about doing a different recipe for our ham, Heath just goes, no.
No, you can't beat the best. You just cannot beat it.
I think I'm reaching a point of diminishing returns for putting extra ham on here.
Yeah, okay. All right. Maybe, yeah, park it there.
Park it back
Okay,
up.
so that layer's looking pretty awesome.
And
Does it also get
cheese?
cheese? Why not? Gild the lily, as they say. Gild that lily.
I'm so afraid.
You're so afraid? Be afraid. Be very afraid. Giant sandwich. How are we going to put candles in this thing?
Shh, I don't. Shh. Don't ask questions.
I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to it. I have no idea how we're going to eat it, but I love it. It's a good looking cake.
Right. I'm going to put bread on that.
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. This bit's like thicker.
Okay. And that's a good thing
Because
because...
then I can do this, like on the bit that was like
I'll catch up with the piece that was
Yeah.
a little low.
Oh yeah, that's getting.
That's flattened it out nicely.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. This thing's
And-
going to be so tall. I mean, in hindsight, it started at the height of a loaf.
Yeah. I know.
So it was
I
a
know.
big, it was a big unit.
It was a big unit.
It was a big unit.
Big unit. That's all right. Takes all sorts. And what I have got is some ricotta because I was trying to use stuff that I already had at home. So normally I would use like cream cheese to go with cucumber for like a cucumber sandwich vibe, but I didn't have cream cheese. So I'm going to spread the ricotta. I should have done this before I put it on top.
I love it. Oh,
Ah! Still good.
still good. If it lands on the chopping board, still good.
Chopping board is not lava.
Despite the colour. All right, what's going with? Oh, that's the
Cucumber.
cucumber, of course.
And I've got some
Oh yeah.
dill. I'll kind of just I might need to spread that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's staying a little clumpy. It just looks like a cat's had a fight. You know how when you see... Yeah, anyway. You know what I'm talking about, or else you wouldn't have laughed. But it was a green cat.
It's a different kind of cat. It's a green cat.
Yes. Hey, green cat. Do, 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 do.
Green cat. Green cat.
Yep,
Alright.
that's from our album called Green Cat Dill Pickles.
Yes,
It's not really pickles, hey, it's
No,
close. It's
not.
it's unpickled
It's
pickles.
pickles. All right, and then I've got here some thinly sliced cucumber ribbons.
Cucumber, lovely. Yep. Oh, that's pretty nice.
And I've got to say the bread cake is
Is
wobbling a
slumping.
little bit.
I'm noticing an angle.
It's a funny
It's
angle.
a funny angle. Yep.
It's
A funny
okay.
angle. I think
That's
you
all
managed
right.
to fix it. Whatever
I
you just
did.
did, that helped.
Yeah, moving it.
We definitely need skewers or something, hey?
Yeah, that's okay.
Ah.
All right, so there we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
All right, so what I need to do now
Yeah, is have a sip of
bit
this.
sip of mine.
Cheers. I think that's better than it was yesterday.
All right, so we need to make like icing for this. So I'm just gonna quickly, I very clearly don't know what I'm doing with this.
But hey,
Yeah.
just to be clear, icing on a cake makes sense.
Yeah.
But icing on a sandwich is unusual. So
It
what do you mean
is.
by icing?
So I say, I am going.
When I say
to,
icing, you
you
say-
say goat's cheese.
Icing.
Goat's cheese.
Icing.
Goat's cheese.
When I say Alright.
So we've got like a hardcore case of the sillies today,
it is a bit, I don't know.
which is great. So we have got the rest of the ricotta and some goat's cheese. So I'm gonna pop I've got a butterfly whisk in the Thermomix. I'm gonna add in that ricotta.
Great.
And do you mind opening up a goat's cheese for me as well?
Yeah, I can get that.
They're quite tricky to open.
I had success with mine. I'll swap you.
Amazing. They're quite tricky for me to open.
I think you just get good ones and bad ones, hey. Some of them just seal a bit more than others.
This is a random cat that does not belong to us in our backyard.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Great. Backyard cat.
Yeah, maybe it's had some dill.
Dill cat. Dill
Dill
cat.
cat. Alright, so putting in the goat's cheese, putting in the goat's cheese.
Putting in the goat's cheese, putting in the goat's cheese. How on earth are we going to put that on the plate?
It's fine.
Stop thinking about those things.
Don't.
Focus on the
Yeah. That analogy's over.
analogy's over.
Alright.
Man, so
Now,
many references
do
to
you
things
want
that will
to
make no sense.
get... so we have got cupcakes for not... Like, I'm not putting cupcakes on the sandwich cake, don't stress. But we do have cupcakes that we need to also ice. So I've put them in the fridge in the garage. Can
Got it.
you get them out? Heath is right. I have significant concerns about moving this and putting it onto the plate. Ooh. That's alright. Alright, we'll just let that hopefully whip nicely.
All right,
Okay.
cupcakes. Ta-da!
Amazing.
Um,
I reckon we might look at focusing on icing. How many do you think? 12?
say that again.
How many do you think we should ice for the Bible study? Do you think 12?
Oh yeah, we can do 12. Yeah. So just do this one,
Maybe?
this tray. Sounds good. Do you want me to remove them?
Yes.
Great.
I don't want to say anything about the fact that I think that it's going to be easier to ice the cupcakes than the sandwich cake because I don't want to like jinx either of them.
All right. Well, I'm not having the easiest time extracting the cupcakes. Maybe something like that.
Sure.
That one's a lucky one.
How did you do that?
Because I tried to pull it out and I took the top.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that one is going to be separate,
Okay.
handled separately.
Amazing.
Okay. One.
All right. Great.
Oh.
So, to go with the cupcakes, we have like actual icing,
Regular
regular
cake
icing.
icing.
Okay. So the slight flaw
Yes.
is that this is really runny.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is. Okay. What could we use to thicken it, do you think?
I'm gonna maybe give it like a little bit longer whipping.
Hmm.
Maybe. I don't know if that's gonna be really gross, but butter?
Oh, yeah. Well, admittedly, we didn't butter the sandwiches.
This is true.
So let's just say it was part of the plan.
Totally. Maybe if I just like cut it into cubes
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of let it, I'll just drop the cubes in while it's whipping. See how that goes. I guess that's the problem with experimental. It's experimental.
All right, 12 cupcakes. Now that I've extracted them, I might put them... Are they going on a plate?
I've pulled out the
They're going
cake
on
stand
that?
for them,
Mhm.
but I don't know if we want to...
That is delicious.
It's a bit splatty.
Excellent. So yes, as Lauren was saying on yesterday, we went to Toowoomba and had a really, really good time. We also went for a very early morning run,
We did.
which was pretty hard going actually because we had a really, really late night the night before because we had gone to see There's No Such Thing as a Fish, which is a podcast that we are big fans of. And they were touring Australia. They're from the UK. They were touring Australia. And so they were doing a podcast live stream. Not live stream. They were doing a podcast recording. And we were able to be a part of it. And
It was very cool.
it was very cool, but the really big bonus of it was Adam Savage was a special guest, who is
Yes.
one of the main guys from Mythbusters from many years ago, which was super cool. All right, I'm thinking a spoon and clean hands.
It's just very
She's-
splatty.
She's looking runny.
It's fine.
It's gonna be great.
Completely fine.
It's gonna be great. All right.
Maybe I should have drained the ricotta. Do we have any more disposable piping bags in there?
Sorry.
Do we have any more piping bags in there?
Well, this hasn't even been. Oh, if it has been opened, yeah, there's some in there,
Oh, perfect.
and we got. I'm thinking about piping it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think piping is exactly what you should do. There's
Oh,
a
there we go.
bag there.
Yeah, the big ones.
Yeah, I think the big ones are better.
Okay. Also winging this. This was used for cutting dill. If I give it a rinse, it might be okay. Dill flavored cupcakes. That looks like a cool one. Totally making it up.
Alright, well that's the rest of the butter, so hopefully that works.
If it doesn't, would just refrigerating it for a little while maybe help?
Oh, yeah. I honestly have no idea.
I love your confidence. It's great. All right, I've got a piping bag.
Amazing.
I think I just turn it out a little
Yep,
and then load it up.
correct. So this is a buttercream icing that we have added some grated chocolate and cookie crumbs to make kind of like a,
Cookies and cream type
yeah.
approach. Sorry about all the background noise if that was really loud, everybody. Yes. All right. So. Now I'm
It
just-
is slightly thicker, but
Great. Still got a ways to go.
still got a ways to go. So I've got more butter, so I can just keep adding butter to it. I do have feta. Maybe I add feta.
All right, so I'm going to ooze this out. Oh, I was hoping to ooze it out. There we go. It's coming out now.
This is a lot of extra work for... I really just should have gone and bought cream cheese. There is quite a bit of...
Should I be putting more
Icing.
icing on?
I'm not sure how you do it.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that, do you think, as the average?
Sure. I'm just not sure how you... Like, what you
I
do about
might
the
be
other
able to
ones. Regret.
I might be able to correct the originals.
Look, I think that your cakes are going to be a little bit more successful than...
Oh, no. That's great.
Oh, there's
Alright.
more butter. Who knew?
So I've got this idea that I'm going to run around the edge a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna help. That's okay. Oh my word.
We are winging it all, and it's great. Having a good time.
It is actually a lot of fun.
It
They
is fun.
look great. Like, I know this is not a competition, but I feel like this has been some kind of cake off that I'm losing.
Well, what you microwaving?
The feta, because it's frozen.
Okay, cool. I'm like, the
You know what's not going to help?
one-
Heat.
That's right. Okay, so I am moving to the next round of icing.
Oh,
Would you like
great.
to do some so that people can see it?
Sure.
You wanna have a
I
crack?
would love to.
got
Although
clean
you've
hands?
done a really good job.
Yeah. Have you got clean hands?
I do.
Great. Cool. All right. Well, I'll give you this. That'll do. Probably should have thought that through a bit better. All right, you do that while. We are just nailing this today.
Oh, completely.
We are doing a lot of things outside of our typical, our comfort zone,
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm not a cake making person. A cake maker.
That's what they call them.
Yep, cake making person.
Cake making persons. All right. I'll give you that.
Amazing.
And
are you starting
before
from
you,
the middle or
before you
the
kick
out?
into gear, I'll give my hands a quick clean. I am. I was starting in the middle, and then I was going out to the edge, going around the edge, and then working back to the middle again.
Okay, so like...
So, yeah. I wish you luck.
So starting from
You
the
do have to
middle.
use a fair bit of force.
So,
Looks pretty good to me. I like it. Cookies and cream cupcakes. The way that we made them. Not the way that, like, your mother made them or anything, because it's totally made up. And the points don't matter. Yeah, and then I was just doing a middle, like going back to the middle to finish at the top. You know what I mean? That was what I was shooting for, but
Yeah,
nice.
look, that's not the...
I think they're going great.
It's just getting a bit slippery at the...
At the top. It's pretty slippery at the top. Is what they say in the executive world.
Where are they working? Wet n Wild?
Wet n Wild, yep. And ice cream shops. Oh. Beautiful.
Yeah, that one's... Yeah, that's not the greatest.
Oh, I reckon they look pretty good.
We've got a little bit more icing there if we're wanting to do any of the other ones.
Well,
That
I
one's a
mean,
bit-
we can always just do a rose on the top, in the middle, to like finish them off. You know what I mean? Like just a little rose in the middle to give a
That's fine, choice.
like this, like this.
Alrighty. Let's see if adding feta is going to make this better.
It's all pretty exciting at the
Probably
moment.
won't. But that's okay.
I think they look great.
You
Very
know,
good.
it has been a good opportunity for me to use up some excess dairy that I had lying around. So that's good.
Nice. So, here's what we've got. I think they look fantastic.
Well, they look really
Very,
good, hun.
Very nice.
Now, I did have, and I don't, the colours might not work with it, but I did have some like conversation love hearts to add on top.
Okay. All right.
But the other option,
Oh yeah, what have we got there? These were freebies.
yeah, nothing but the best for our friends.
Caramelized coconut dotties.
Yeah. So if we do
Just
like
wedge
a,
one in or something? Yeah. Nice. I like it. Yeah. That looks great. You just, when it comes to cooking, you just keep on doing things until you like it. Now I get it.
yeah, look,
I think they look great.
none of what I have done today has been a good how-to.
No, but it's been experimental, and I think everything's sort of worked out in the end. Yeah, they look awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I was being lazy and I was just picking ones that were going to be easy to undo, but
Oh, yeah, I see. Some of them stuck together.
dang it.
That's all good.
Perfect.
I reckon they look excellent.
I'm
I
happy
really
with
do.
how they look. Let's.
Yeah, I think they've come up a treat, actually. They've come up an absolute treat. Very,
I
very
think
nice.
this is getting pretty close to. I feel like this is getting pretty close to icing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely holding together. Is it just going on the very top, or is it...
I had planned to put it on the sides
You
as
can
well.
put it on the sides? Yeah, I think it might be too thin for that. Maybe some time in the freezer? Or the fridge?
Maybe a bit of fridge time.
Yeah, a little bit of fridge time. And maybe if we take a photo of it or something.
But you know, it's the great thing about this is that no one was expecting anything. And so if it all does actually end in a blaze of glory, then we can just pretend that we just have one birthday cake. And that will be fine.
Yeah, that'll be
And
absolutely
there
fine.
definitely will not be any documented evidence that there was anything else that was going to happen. You know, like on
Like
a
a
live
live
stream.
You know, no
It's
no
fine.
evidence
It's totally fine.
whatsoever.
Absolutely fine.
Whatsoever.
We have had so much fun this afternoon getting these bits and pieces prepared for our Bible study. Am I going to make a sandwich cake again? I don't know. Let's see how this one goes. But we can't wait to do, maybe not this bit, all again with you next week on Alongside Lauren.